The reason you attract narcissists into your life is because you are an empath. Hi guys, I'm Laura, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about why you attract narcissists in and what you can do about it to prevent it. So, I'm the type of person that attract narcissists into my life, and it's because I'm the empath, and it's like opposites attract. So, you have the empath here, you have the narcissist here. Now, the empath's mentality is like give, you, people pleaser. The narcissist is like take, me, and they're selfish. So it's opposites attract. Now, both of these come from the same core wound, and that is the abandonment wound. So there are two types of abandonment. There's emotional and physical abandonment. I have both. And so when I was younger, I was physically abandoned by my dad. I was emotionally abandoned by my mum. And so that caused me to become an empath type person. Now, what happens as the empath type person is like things happen in your childhood that causes you to come out from the bottom three chakras and you come up into the third eye chakra and you are tuning in to everyone around you. That's where the people-pleasing mentality comes from, and that's also where you're absorbing other people's energies and emotions. So what's happening is you aren't grounded in your body because you're up in the third eye chakra. You've learnt, it's like a safety mechanism where you've learnt to tune into others around you, picking up their energies and emotions. But what the problem is you're absorbing them into your own energy field and confusing their energies and emotions with your own. There's no real separation between them, right? So, and you tune into other to please, and people pleasing actually stems from parent pleasing. So you may have had to try to be a certain way to get the love and validation from a parent, and then as you got older, it turned into people pleasing. You go out there and you do nice things for other people pleasing to get that love and validation that you didn't receive from your parents. So what you actually need to do is give yourself the love and validation so you're not looking outside of yourself for it, because that is part of the problem is being a people pleaser and not giving yourself that love, validation, or that self-worth. So my cat's playing with my curtain, did not rip it. So it's like opposites attract, stems from the same wound, and then the narcissist, it's almost like when they were a kid, they didn't feel like their needs or their feelings mattered. Oh my god, my cat's playing with my curtain. Their needs or their feelings mattered, so it's almost like they grow up and then it's like they feel like their needs and their feelings are the only thing that matters. Like it's like a flip, you know what I mean? So it's like opposites attract. It's almost like both sides are out of balance. So what you've got to do is, like, a narcissist and an empath could actually teach each other something, because it's almost like the empath has to learn to start being a little bit more selfish. Not selfish to where they're narcissistic, but selfish where they come in the middle and they're more balanced. And then the narcissist needs to learn to be more empathetic and compassionate. So the idea is you're at the opposite ends of the spectrum, and it's unbalanced, and you need to get more balance. You need to come in the middle and be more balanced, you know. So my cat's just distracting me. So firstly, I'm going to tell you my stories about being with a narcissist. So I was with a narcissist for 2.5 years, and I didn't know what it was. I had no idea until I was with this person, and I more learned about it after I left them, because it was an abusive relationship, and it didn't end well. It ended in domestic violence. It ended with me getting a black eye and things like that, and the cops. Pretty much I called the cops straight away and had him arrested and taken out of my house, and that was the end of that relationship. And so you really do not want it to go down that road. So you need to, one, do the work so that you stop attracting them in, and two, you have to learn to look out for the red flags, because there will be little red flags and little clues, but they can be easy to overlook. But you really don't want to overlook overlook them because it's not going to lead anywhere good anyways. So as soon as you start noticing red flags, you've got to get out. You do not want it to go down the road that it went for me, where you end up getting punched over and strangled and things like that. So it was a good learning lesson for me though. So narcissistic people, they will gaslight you. It's almost like they purposely just want to mess with you. They act as if their feelings and needs are more superior than yours. They won't apologize. They can't take responsibility for anything that they've done. Like, they can't take the blame for anything. They can't own up to it and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, or you know what I mean? Like, they lack empathy. So your feelings won't really matter to them. It's all about them and their feelings and their needs. So this is why we need to do the work. And recently I attracted another one in, which made me realize I hadn't healed my abandonment wound like I thought I had. So yeah, I attracted one in recently, and this person I was friends with for 5 years, so I did not see any narcissism with this person as a friend. But once getting together, there was little clues there. And there was one thing that really, like, we were drinking on my birthday, and he started being a dick. He turned into a dick when he's got alcohol in his system. And I remember I was just sitting here in my head like, oh my God, like I'm literally thinking, oh my God, this is just like my ex. So it's like, when it comes to attracting narcissists in, it's different face, same energy. It's different face, same energy, right? So that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh my God, this is just like my ex. And I realized, why have I attracted another one in? Like, oh shit, okay, I haven't healed my abandonment wound properly. So we're going to get into that on what to do to heal the abandonment wounds. Okay, so as an empath, we have problems with setting boundaries. So the first thing you've got to do is start setting boundaries. Now, we teach others how to treat us with boundaries or a lack of boundaries. If you don't have boundaries and people think that they can walk all over you and you won't stand up for yourself or say anything, then they're going to continue to treat you like that. So it's important to start learning to set boundaries. The other thing is you really, really need to practice self-love, self-worth, and give yourself validation. Now, I have a video on self-love on my channel to check out. So this is really important part of avoiding attracting narcissists and healing these wounds. You've got to give yourself that self-love, that validation, because what you're doing when you're people-pleasing is you're trying to get love and validation outside of self because you're not giving it to yourself. You've got to learn to fill up your own cup. And another thing is you need to learn to get grounded back into the body. So like I said before, you're in your third eye and you're tuning into other, and you abandon the self to please other. So you need to stop abandoning the self and stop pleasing others, because you're pleasing others to get their love and validation. Well, when you start giving yourself that love and validation, you won't feel a need to get it from other. You won't feel the need to be a people pleaser. So what we've got to do is we've got to shift out of our third eye chakra back into the bottom three chakras and get grounded back in the body. The way I said, it's almost like your heart's in the body, right? Your mind's in the head, shifting out of the head to the body. Now your heart's in the body, which is your emotions. So when you're getting grounded into your body, first what it's going to do is you're going to be grounded, you're going to feel safe in the body, you're going to feel more present in the moment. Now I have a meditation technique I could teach you. If you want to know about this meditation technique, put it in the comment section and I'll make a video on it, on how to shift back and get grounded in the body. So when you're in the body, you're more grounded there. You can be more in tune to your heart and your feelings and your emotions, because what you need to start learning to do is, it's really easy to abandon self to please others. You need to start asking yourself these three questions. What do I want, need, or feel? So like, let's say you're invited to go out to a party, get on the piss, and it's like, oh, it's a bit of a drive away. How am I going to get home? Like, don't want to drink drive. Oh, I don't know if I can really be bothered going out tonight, whatever your reason may be. Like, if that's what's authentic to you, but as a people pleaser, you're like, or someone that doesn't set boundaries and you find it hard to say no to people, you abandon yourself to go to the party, even though you don't feel like actually going. So you're not being authentic to yourself. So you've got to learn to start being authentic to yourself about what you want, need, or feel. So if you're invited to this party and you go within, you're grounded in your body, you're connected to your heart, and you're like, okay, what do I want? Do I want to go? And if it's authentic to you to be like, actually, no, I don't feel like going, then you say, no, thanks for the invite, but no, I won't be coming. You don't even have to give a reason. You don't even need to give any reasons for why. You can just simply say, thanks for the invite, but no, I can't make it. So it's learning to be more authentic to yourself and what you want. Stop abandoning yourself. What do you want? And sometimes when you're being authentic, it can create tension, which is actually a good thing, because as an empath, you like to people please to avoid tension, to keep everyone happy. But like, let's say you're at your house and I have a cat, right? So it's like you got a cat, and let's say someone comes over and they're doing something to your cat that's annoying your cat, and you get this feeling inside like, oh, I don't like them doing this to my cat, but then you don't feel like you can speak up because you're afraid of tension. So you're not actually being authentic to how you're feeling, like you don't like them doing this to your cat, but you can't speak up, but what you got to learn is to be authentic to your feelings and speak up, even if it's going to create tension. Don't be scared of that. It's actually a good thing. Okay, so it's like saying, hey, you don't have to be an asshole about it. You can do it in like an assertive way. So you can just be like, hey, can you please not do that to my cat? I don't like it, or my cat doesn't like it. And then they're like, oh, okay. And when you start doing this more, people will start realizing that like you will stand up for yourself, you will set boundaries, and they won't like walk all over you. They'll actually start respecting you more because of it. Like, honestly, trust me, you will get more respect because of it. So it's learning to be authentic to how you feel, learning to stand up for yourself and having boundaries and having that self-love and that self-worth. So the other thing is like, let's say you're in a relationship with a narcissist and they're treating you in a terrible way. It could be abusive, and you're not speaking up and standing up for yourself. You're putting up with it, and it's because you're lacking that self-love and that validation, because you're not giving it to yourself. When you start giving it to yourself, and people are treating you like that, because you have that self-love and because you can set boundaries, you're going, hang on a minute, this isn't actually okay to treat me like this. You know what I mean? Like you start speaking up more and being just expressing and being authentic to yourself that this isn't okay. You don't treat me like this. And another thing is, like with the whole abandonment wound thing, I realize is don't fear being alone. Because that's another thing, is like when you're in a relationship, you have that fear of abandonment, right? Because you've got the abandonment wound. So you have a fear that the person's going to leave you. And so you're doing whatever you can to make it work and make sure they're not going to leave you because you have a fear of abandonment. But if you learn that you're good either way, you have no fear of being alone. So therefore, if you're with someone that's narcissistic and they're treating you like in an abusive way, if you don't have that fear of being alone and you have that self-love, then you are able to turn around and say, actually, I don't want to be with you anymore. This isn't working. I don't like the way you treat me, and you end it because you have that self-love, because you're not afraid to be alone. You've got to work on that fear of abandonment, because at the end of the day, you will never abandon yourself. Other people may abandon you, but you can't abandon yourself. You've been abandoning yourself to please others, so we've got to stop that. No, stop. And learn that you will always be there for yourself, no matter what. And that's why you will not fear to be alone. It's okay to be alone. Like, I was single for 5 years between the two narcissists. I've been doing great on my own as an independent woman, because another thing is codependency is another, like, empaths are codependent, and that's why they're attracting narcissistic people in as well. So you've got to heal your codependency. So I'm quite an independent woman. But yes, I still attracted another one in, and it's because I realized I hadn't really healed my abandonment wound properly. I'm still in the process of learning to stop being so nice and people-pleasing. When I was doing this, I didn't actually realize that's what I was doing. I thought I was just being like a good bitch, just being good to people. I didn't realize that I was people pleasing and why I was doing it. So when I realized this, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I need to actually pull back, stop doing that. And I also am in the process of learning to set boundaries with people, because that was something I wasn't good at doing either. But it's all part of the process. We're all learning, and we will all get there because we deserve it. We deserve to attract someone in that's going to love us and treat us how we deserve to be treated. But before we attract someone like that in, we've got to do it for ourselves. We've got to love ourselves. We've got to treat ourselves with respect, and we've got to have a good sense of self-worth and all that good stuff. So then once you heal the abandonment wound, you'll shift. Like, let's say you're over here, you're the empath, you heal the abandonment wound, you'll shift out of it, boom, you're more balanced, you're more in the middle, you're balanced, so therefore your energy will change, and because your energy will change, you will attract different people in that are on this frequency. That's where you're more centered and balanced, right? So you'll attract someone in, like if you have that self-love, you'll attract someone in that will genuinely love you too. So that's what you've got to do to shift out of the empath, become more balanced, and then you'll stop attracting narcissistic guys or girls in. So I hope this video was like informative for you guys. I really don't want people going down the same road as me of ending up in domestic violence, men or women. It can go both ways. And feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you know someone that's with a narcissist and you want to kind of like, hey, check out this video, I think it could be really good for you, like share it to them, you know what I mean? And put down in the comment section if you want me to make a video on the meditation technique to shift from the third eye back into your body. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.